If you will indulge me, I would like to tell you a short little story that had a profound impact on me. The story and the concept of thinking time was first introduced to us when Laura Louise and I were part of Tony Robbins' inner circle called the Platinum Partnership. He invited us to a new program he created called Business Mastery. And during this event, he introduced us to a terrific guy called Keith Cunningham. Keith told the story of when he was still a deal maker in the cable TV space. They would buy up and merge various cable companies into these massive players, refinance them, and move on to the next one. And in one of these deals, his investment bank at the time, Drexel Burnham, told him that because this particular deal, even though it was approved, was so big, it would need sign-off by the king of junk bonds himself, Michael Milken. So Keith was briefed by the team that the meeting would commence with 5 of the 6 chairs occupied, and after about 20 minutes, the door would open and Mr. Milken would join the meeting in order to miss the front-end pleasantries and introductions. He just wanted to attend the guts and the important part of the meeting. So as predicted, at minute 18, the boss walks in and joins the meeting. Keith continues with his pitch for this massive merger when, lo and behold, there is a second interruption and a knock on the door. At this point, a young associate apologizes for the interruption and says, "Mr. Milken, this is about T-Boon's bid for Gulf Oil." At which point, Mr. Milken took out his slimline, pocket diary. Remember those when we used to have those? This one's by Hermé. I love this one. And said, "The next time I'm scheduled to think is Thursday morning at 0600 hours. So I will have an answer for you by 0730. Is that okay?" At which point the young executive apologized for the interruption and left. Keith thought that this was such a wonderful idea and he started practicing it. But every time he sat on the couch to think, he promptly nodded off and fell asleep. Years later, as he tells a story, he bumped into Milken at an event and told him of his falling asleep during thinking time. At which point Michael Milken advised him that you need a designated thinking place, a special desk with a special book and a special pen, just to kind of set the scene, And at the top of each session, you write, "What is it that I am not seeing?" And then you go forth and answer that question. You see, the benefit of doing this is twofold. As men, we automatically want to fix everything and to find solutions for people's problems so that we can go back to what we were doing and, we grab the best solution and get on with our day. But if you give yourself the luxury of knowing that you only need to really think about this and make a decision on Thursday morning at 0600 hours, well, then you can spend the 5 or 6 days preceding it gathering data, ideas, inputs, and objections, knowing that you don't need to quite decide until Thursday. This prevents you from reacting and grabbing the first almost suitable solution. But it also gives you an opportunity to really focus on the issues, free of distraction, but armed with information, ideas, viewpoints, and facts. Keith tells that story with such a southern charm and humor. I really do suggest you connect with him and make use of some of his teaching and books at keystothevault.com. Anyway, back to your and my thinking time. Every day, right now, before that panic bear grabs hold of you and your brain, you need to think, take notes, make bulleted lists, flow charts, Venn diagrams. Or if you're German like me, draw boxes that lead to other boxes. You got this. I know it. You just have to set yourself up to win.